She said, "Don't propose. My friends will laugh at the ring you can afford," so I didn't. I proposed to someone else 1 year later with a $12,000 ring at the same restaurant. She watched from 2 tables away. Hey, viewers. Just a quick thanks. Over 14% of you are already subscribed, and it means the world. If you're new here and enjoy these stories, join the family by hitting that subscribe button. We're on the road to 10,000. Just got back from the best dinner of my life, and I had to share this with someone. My new fiancée is sleeping with her ring on, and my ex probably isn't sleeping at all after what just happened. Let me start from the beginning. 3 years ago, I was dating Claire 27F for about 18 months. I'm 31M, software engineer, making around $72K at the time. Claire worked in marketing for some fashion company, always worried about appearances and what people thought. We were at that point where everyone expected an engagement. Her friends kept asking when I was going to pop the question. Her mom was dropping hints, the whole deal. So I started saving up for a ring. After budgeting everything out, I could afford maybe a $2,800 ring without going into debt or wiping out my emergency fund. Not huge, but decent for where I was financially. I found this nice ring at a local jeweler. Good stone, classic setting, solid quality for the price range. The jeweler showed me the specs, explained everything. I was excited to surprise Claire with it. Here's where everything went sideways. Claire's birthday was coming up and we were having dinner at Marcello's, this upscale Italian place she loved. I was planning to propose that night, had the ring in my jacket pocket, made sure we got her favorite table. During dessert, I started steering the conversation toward our future, talking about how happy I was with her, how I could see us building a life together, setting up the moment. That's when Claire got this serious look and said, "Actually, we should probably talk about something." "What's up?" "Well, my friend Jessica got engaged last month and honestly, her ring was embarrassing, like really embarrassing. She tries to hide it when we go out because it's so small." I felt my stomach drop, but kept my expression neutral. "That's too bad. The thing is, Brad, I know you've been thinking about proposing, and I need you to know that my friends would absolutely judge whatever ring you can afford right now. It would be humiliating for both of us." The ring in my pocket suddenly felt like it weighed 50 pounds. "So what are you suggesting? Maybe wait a few years until you're more established. I mean, look around this restaurant, see those couples. The women all have real rings, substantial rings. I can't show up to events with something tiny just because you're not ready financially." I looked around the restaurant, saw the couples she was talking about, then looked back at her perfectly serious face. "You're saying don't propose because you'd be embarrassed by what I can afford. I'm saying be realistic about where you are in life. There's no shame in waiting until you can do it properly." The waiter brought the check. I paid it without saying much. Drove Claire home in complete silence. "Are you mad?" she asked as I walked her to her door. "No," I said. "You were very clear about your expectations." That night, I returned the ring. Full refund. No questions asked. I also started thinking really hard about what Claire had actually told me. She cared more about what her friends thought than about being engaged to me. She valued the appearance of success over the reality of our relationship. 2 weeks later, I broke up with her. "This is about the ring conversation, isn't it?" she said. "It's about knowing what really matters to you." "Brad," I was trying to be practical. "I didn't want you to waste money on something I'd be embarrassed to wear." "I appreciate the honesty." She tried to backtrack, said she'd been having a bad day. Didn't mean it the way it sounded. "But you can't unring that bell." She'd shown me exactly how she saw me in our relationship. "We can work through this," she kept saying. "Actually, we can't. Take care, Claire." Clean break. No contact. Update 1. Life improved dramatically after Claire. When you're not constantly trying to impress someone who's never satisfied, you can actually focus on building something real. I threw myself into work and started freelancing on weekends. Nothing crazy, just small web projects for local businesses. The extra money was nice, but more importantly, I was learning new skills and building a reputation. About 8 months after the breakup, I met Anna 29 at a coffee shop near my office. She was there most mornings, working on her laptop, running some kind of consulting business. We started chatting, turned into coffee dates, then real dates. Anna was different from Claire in every way that mattered. She drove a reliable older car that she maintained herself, lived modestly so she could invest in her business, bought quality clothes that lasted instead of chasing trends. Most importantly, she never made me feel like I needed to prove my worth through spending money. We'd go hiking instead of expensive restaurants, cook dinner together instead of ordering out, found free events around the city. Not because we were cheap, but because we genuinely enjoyed each other's company. Anna's business was digital marketing consulting for small businesses. She'd started it 2 years earlier and was steadily building her client base. Nothing dramatic, just consistent growth through good work and referrals. I was doing well too. The freelance work had grown to where I was making extra $1,200 a month. Plus, I'd gotten a small promotion that bumped my salary to $78K. Not getting rich, but definitely more stable than before. By month 12, I knew Anna was the one. Not because I needed to prove anything, but because she was genuinely the person I wanted to spend my life with. We complemented each other perfectly. She was ambitious, but practical. She supported my goals. I supported hers. We were building something together instead of just trying to look successful. The ring shopping was completely different this time. Anna had mentioned she liked vintage styles, thought modern rings were sometimes too flashy. So I went to several antique shops and estate jewelry stores, found this beautiful 1940s ring. Simple setting, classic style, really well-crafted piece. The dealer explained it was from a reputable estate, showed me the appraisal documentation. Cost me $4,200, but had so much more character than anything new in that price range. Anna was gonna love it. I was planning to propose at this little park where we went for walks. Nothing elaborate, just us and a nice sunset. Then life threw me a curveball. Update 2 years and 3 months later, fast forward to 6 months ago. My freelance work had grown enough that I was making an extra in K annually. Anna's business had expanded to where she was earning around $65K. Together, we were doing really well financially, but more importantly, we were happy. I'd been planning to propose for months, had the ring, had spoken to Anna's parents, everything was ready. Then Anna mentioned that one of her long-term clients wanted to take her team to dinner to celebrate completing a major project. The client was some mid-size marketing firm downtown. Guess where they were going? Marcello's. The same restaurant where Claire had told me not to propose. That's a nice place, I said casually. When's the dinner? Next Thursday. Should be fun. It's a big client, so they're going all out. I had an idea. A really good idea. I called Marcello's and made a reservation for the same Thursday, about an hour after Anna's business dinner was scheduled to start. Figured they'd be finishing up around the time we arrived. Anna thought it was sweet that I wanted to have our own celebration dinner that night. She had no idea about the history with Claire and that restaurant. Thursday evening, we got dressed up and headed to Marcello's. Anna looked incredible in this navy dress she bought for another client event. Elegant and professional. We got seated and I could see Anna's client group across the restaurant. About 8 people around a big table, clearly wrapping up their business dinner. Anna waved at her client contacts when she spotted them. Professional and friendly, we ordered dinner and I was getting nervous about the proposal. Had the ring in my pocket, had practiced what I wanted to say, but the moment still felt huge. About halfway through our meal, I noticed someone at the client table who looked familiar. Took me a minute to place her, but then I realized it was Claire. She must have gotten a job at Anna's client company. Small world, but not impossible in our city's marketing scene. Claire spotted me around the same time. I watched her face go through confusion, then recognition, then surprise when she saw Anna. "You okay?" Anna asked. "You look distracted." "Just thinking about dessert," I said, which wasn't entirely a lie. Claire's group was finishing up, getting ready to leave. Perfect timing. When the waiter brought our dessert, I knew it was time. I reached into my jacket and pulled out the ring box. Anna's eyes went wide. "Brad, what are you doing?" "Something I've been planning for months." I got down on one knee right there in the restaurant. A few nearby tables noticed and started watching. Anna, you're the most incredible woman I've ever met. You make me want to be better every day. You support my dreams and let me support yours. Will you marry me? The ring was perfect in the candlelight. Vintage setting, beautiful stone, exactly Anna's style. Yes, of course, yes. A few people at nearby tables started applauding. Anna was crying happy tears. I was probably tearing up too. The waiter brought champagne to celebrate. I could see Claire's group had stopped their departure to watch. Claire was staring at the ring, clearly trying to process what she was seeing. Anna was admiring the ring, taking photos, calling her parents. Everything in engagement should be joyful, genuine, celebrating the start of our future together. This is the most beautiful ring I've ever seen, Anna said. How did you know exactly what I'd love? Because I pay attention to what matters to you. Claire's group finally left, but I caught her looking back once as they walked out. We stayed for another hour, enjoying champagne and celebrating. Anna was glowing with happiness. On the way home, Anna kept looking at her ring. I can't believe you kept this secret. When did you even find time to shop for something this perfect? I've been looking for months, wanted to find exactly the right thing. It's absolutely perfect. Final update. 3 months later. The engagement has been everything I hoped it would be. Anna and I have been busy with wedding planning, set a date for next spring, found a great venue, starting to put together our guest list. All the happy chaos of planning a celebration with someone you actually want to marry. The ring has gotten amazing reactions from everyone. Anna's friends, her family, people at work. Turns out when you choose something thoughtful instead of just expensive, people notice the difference. A few weeks after the proposal, Anna mentioned that some people from her client company had asked about the engagement. Word had spread about the restaurant proposal. One of the women there seemed really interested, Anna said. Asked a lot of questions about how long we'd been together, where you work, that kind of thing. I had a feeling that was Claire, but didn't say anything. Anna doesn't need to know about ancient history. My career has continued improving. The freelance work led to a better full-time position at a different company. Now making $92K plus, still doing some side projects. Anna's business is thriving too. She's had to bring on a part-time assistant. We're in a good place financially, but more importantly, we're building a life based on shared values and genuine partnership. I heard through a mutual friend that Claire had been asking people about me, wanted to know if I was doing well for myself now, and whether Anna came from money. Same old Claire, trying to figure out the financial angles instead of focusing on what actually matters. The truth is the ring wasn't about proving anything to Claire. It was about showing Anna how much I valued her and our relationship. The fact that Claire happened to witness it was just a bonus. Anna and I are planning our honeymoon now, looking at Portugal, maybe Spain, places we want to experience together, not places we need to visit to impress anyone. Claire can keep worrying about appearances and what other people think. Anna and I will be building a marriage worth having. The best part isn't that I showed Claire what she lost. It's that I found someone who appreciated what I had to offer all along. 3 years ago, I was ready to propose to someone who was embarrassed by what I could afford. Last month, I proposed to someone who was thrilled by what I chose specifically for her. The difference between settling and finding the right person changes everything. Claire taught me to recognize when someone's values don't align with yours. Anna taught me what it feels like when they do. The ring on Anna's finger represents more than an engagement. It's proof that walking away from the wrong person leads you to the right one. Claire got to see that proof from across the restaurant. Sometimes the best revenge is just living well with someone who deserves your best effort. If you enjoyed the story and want to hear more just like it, don't forget to like the video, drop a comment with your thoughts and subscribe for more stories. Your support helps these stories reach more people and trust me, the next one, it's even wilder.